At E3, we got our first look at Halo Infinite multiplayer. Not long after, we got hands-on experience through the first Halo Infinite technical preview. But what about campaign? We only saw a quick glimpse at an environment and a few short cutscenes. There's still some questions out there about how Halo Infinite's missions and campaign will function. Hopefully, I can answer some of those questions today. Now, before we get started, I know there's some leaks out there. I just want you to know, I have not looked into any of those leaks. So everything in this video is purely speculation. If I get something right, I guess I'm just a prophet. So with that out of the way, let's get right into it. I've seen a lot of speculation online about how Halo Infinite's campaign missions will work. I see some people suggesting it will be like Halo 3 ODST, where you'll find an item or you'll talk to someone and all of a sudden you're zapped into a linear mission. I do not believe that this is how Halo Infinite is going to work for this campaign. Let me explain. So looking back at the July demo from 2020, we got a glimpse at what I like to call the objective system. At one point in the demo, the player opens up a map that shows a lot of different icons that represent different objectives. At this point in the campaign, the chief and the pilot are shot down by AA guns onto a small floating section of the damaged Zeta Halo ring. When you look at the minimap, you can see this small section. You can see 3 red icons that represent the anti-aircraft guns, as well as a yellow/golden icon right where the chief crashed. When the player hovers over this golden icon, it shows a description of the mission, similar to something you might see in previous Halo games, as well as 3 objectives to destroy the west, east, and north AA cannons. So looking at this, the player has the freedom to take down any one of the cannons in whatever order they want. If this was on a different part of the ring that was much larger, players could choose to do these side missions rather than doing the main objective. If we can go and do these different objectives, what's stopping us from skipping in the story? According to the Zeta Halo AS343, players will not be able to advance in the story without doing these main objectives. From what it sounds like, the world will be sort of opened up more and different areas will be accessible as you continue through that main story. And they've said it happens in a natural way. So, the question is, how will this more open-ended world work? There are a couple things to think about with this more open-ended approach to Halo. For one thing, it's been confirmed that if you have a vehicle in one mission, you can go and drive it to another mission. So it's not like at the end of a mission, we'll just be totally cut off and it'll be done. It'll be more like you complete the objective and you're there. It is confirmed there is fast travel in this game, so there may be some instances where a Pelican will pick you up or drop you off, but overall it seems like you can just go from one end of the world to another if you have the right vehicles. There will also be random encounters. So they've confirmed that if you're just walking around, if you're just flying around, driving around, whatever, there'll be these random encounters that will happen with patrols and things like that. Now, if we're on the way to a main campaign mission and we don't really want to do the main objective right now, there are a lot of different side objectives that are available for us. Just judging by this one screenshot from the July demo, we can see there's different UNSC bases that we can go to and resupply. There seems to be sort of a hitman mission where we take out some kind of banished leader. There's a mission that has a lock on it called the Tower. That might be a place that we have to go and secure, or it could be a part of another story mission that's not available right now. There's also a marine rescue. There's something called a conservatory. So all of these are different side missions that we can go and do in between the main objectives. One really cool idea that seems to be in the game is that you can take Marines that you've rescued and bring them along to go explore or go do other missions. We got a glimpse at these UNSC bases at E3. If you take a close look, there seems to be a vehicle pad. There also seems to be a weapon pad, and there are Marines around just chilling out. So it seems like you'll be able to go up to these different bases, and that's where you'll grab your vehicles, that's where you'll grab your weapons, and you might have to do things to unlock these different weapons and vehicles to be able to use them in the campaign. So rather than having a mission where all of a sudden a pelican comes in and drops you a warthog and things like that, you'll be going to these bases to supply and take down the mission however you want. If you want to go on a mission and take it down in a Scorpion tank, you'll be able to do that. Now, we're not quite sure if it'll be similar to something like the rec system in Hold On. I'm not saying paid, but it could be that when you free some Marines or you liberate a base or something, maybe you get a couple, mongooses, or you get a couple scorpions. Or it could even be that the vehicles that you find throughout missions, just like you found a warthog on this one mission, could be brought back to the base and stored within that base. The reason why I'm thinking in these limited terms is because in this game, humanity has its back up against the wall, so there are limited resources. I think it'd be a really cool way if they incorporated that into how you get and use weapons and vehicles. I think that would be really cool. Speaking of equipment and weapons and things like that, in the technical preview, there were some interesting control options I saw where you could essentially hotkey different equipment to different buttons. So you would press and hold a button to start changing your equipment, and then you would press another button to change it to whatever equipment you wanted. And there were 4 options. So my theory is throughout the campaign, you will be able to slowly get these different equipment and also upgrade them to be more effective. Like maybe the grapple hook has a longer range, and maybe it has a shorter cooldown time, or the drop wall is stronger, or there's even thrust in there. Maybe the thrust is a little different. Little things like that. A little bit like The Legend of Zelda, if you ask me. So, what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for Halo Infinite's campaign? Do you have any ideas that I didn't cover? Do you think I'm wrong? Let me know in the comments below. Share this with a friend. Share this with your grandma. Share this with your aunt. And also, be sure to watch the Zeta Halo Ask 343. It has a lot of useful information and even goes into some things that I didn't have time to discuss in this video. It's pretty long, it's about 40 minutes, but I think it's worth the watch if you're really hungry for more information on Halo Infinite's campaign. So, with that all out of the way, it's been real. This has been Johan. Aloha, y'all.